Well, we told you about the 3 things you need to know today. Let's talk about the 3 things ahead on Yahoo Finance, a preview of what we're watching for the week. We start with Coca-Cola. The company is set to report tomorrow morning before the open. Investors are expecting another bubbly quarter, so to speak.
I was going caffeinated quarter from Coca-Cola,
well, bubbly works. Fizzy?
Yeah, I'm looking for margins. Coca-Cola was very out in front of, I think, just last year, cutting expenses, getting its portfolio under wraps. Very interested to see how margins are holding up, given the pullback we've seen in inflation. Now, PepsiCo, when they reported last week, you really got a little bit of everything from them. Solid top and bottom line, some good guidance. I wouldn't be surprised if you hear some more of those upbeat comments from the likes of Coca-Cola, just given the work it has done cutting back on expenses and new product innovation. Then, you will probably also get a little bit better results internationally, even though currency effects might depress sales a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like we are looking for about 45 cents a share in earnings that analysts are anticipating. This is not a stock, by the way, that tends to move a lot after earnings, right? It tends, it looks like options are pricing in about a 3% move in either direction tomorrow. So don't expect like huge swings necessarily. That's typically not what we see. Now I've jinxed it, but typically that's not what we see for something like a Coke.
All right, we're also watching Marriott. They're set to announce earnings tomorrow before the opening bell. Hotels, of course, benefiting from the post-pandemic boom, just like we heard just moments ago from Expedia CEO Peter Kern, noting that January was off to a good start, and his tone around that, I think, suggested February's been off to a pretty solid start, too, in terms of bookings. But again, Marriott in focus, you want to pay attention to their average daily rate, occupancy trends. When Hilton reported last week, we talked to their CFO, Kevin Jacobs, noting a strong forward bookings trend, and also Hilton noting occupancy levels improved in every division of its business. I would expect you would hear the same thing from Marriott.
Yeah, and we'll also get some commentary on how the fourth quarter looks versus January and beyond, just like we talked about with Peter Kern of Expedia. This stock does tend to move a little bit more on earnings. 4% is its implied move that's being priced into the options market, so that's something to watch as well. And then the third thing that we're looking out ahead to is not later this week. It's in 6 minutes. Our 11 a.m. special that's coming in just a few minutes. We're going to take a look at the year ahead in crypto. You see some of the folks that we're going to be hearing from here. Obviously, regulation. That is going to be one of the big topics, especially after we got the news this morning that the SEC is now filing a complaint against Paxos, which is a stable coin that is operated in partnership with Binance. So just a lot of concerns about what is going to continue to happen here in the wake of FTX. And as regulators continue to take a look at crypto.
Yeah, it seems like crypto is, the move in Bitcoin. It broke through 20,000, has lost a little bit of steam. So I can't wait for that chat. Some good work there by our colleagues. Looking forward to seeing Brad Smith.
Yes, indeed. And then speaking of a different Brad Smith, looking at some other